Yo, what the fuck is really good, pussies?
What's good?
Back again with another episode, and we changed the name this time for future reference. Now it's going to be Nice Ass Movie.
Formerly known as What Did We Just Watch?
And we're here again, like always, with your boy Evan.
And it's a Pota!
It's Bobby here.
And then now, for our first special guest, we have Marisol. Say hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
So she came in because the funny thing about the movie, which you could probably tell by now, is the new Glass with James McAvoy, the fucking M. Night shitty. And I thought it was pretty funny because she fucking loved this movie for some God knows why. And we thought it was probably one of the worst movies we've fucking ever seen. Me and Bobby both fell asleep. So
and it was my job struggling to keep them awake.
Yeah, so I think we just go around and just give overall like opinions right now. And I think Marisol should go first, and I want to see what you like so much about it.
I'm going to say that when I texted Bobby and he told me that you guys fell asleep,
I
was entirely shocked. For 2 hours, I thought it was great.
But like, it took 2 hours for some action to happen. Like literally, it was a psychic evaluation for about an hour and a half of the fucking movie. And it was a long ass movie, right?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of a mindfuck. And it was dark. I thought the ending was great. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh my god! And then the real thing was like the James McAvoy. Like, I like James McAvoy.
You gonna start that? Mm-hmm. What? Fucking Christ!
He's just sparking it and not hitting it for this whole time.
But like the fact that James McAvoy had to go through 20 personalities every single time, like, yo,
the last one, like,
all the acting in the movie was great.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That wasn't a complaint at all.
Yeah, why did he have to do that every single time?
Like when he dies,
even Bruce Willis. I thought Bruce Willis did a really good job in this film.
The acting.
I mean, it's not to say he's a bad actor, but lately he's just been, taking those easy fucking roles.
Yeah.
Those bullshits. But now, he kind of felt like
the acting was great. James McAvoy, you could just tell like how hard that was to just switch between that many characters that fast and still sound like legit.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, it was just, he didn't have to switch fucking 30 times every single time they talk about it.
Every time.
It's so bad.
But you guys saw, like, Split and Unbreakable, right? Like,
yes,
everybody?
Yeah. I haven't seen Unbreakable for many, many years.
It's been a long fucking time.
And then Split, obviously, when it came out. But
yeah, so I thought this is definitely the worst of all three.
And initially, before going into the movie, we gave it an initial rating.
Yeah, like what we thought it was going to be.
Let's share that. My initial rating was a 6.5.
I thought it was going to be a 5.
I had a little faith on it, only because M. Night Shyamalan has missed the mark on a lot of his movies, and for some reason, I just didn't feel like he was going to do a good job in this one.
But that's the point.
It just sketched me out. The trailers look great, but I just knew there was going to be one way or another he was going to fuck it up.
Yeah, I gave it I think like a 7.
I think you gave it a 7.
Like a 7 something. Because Split was fucking great. I like Split really a lot. And I thought it was going to be around, the same kind of thing as that. But, God, fell very short of that, those expectations.
But I was going to read the fucking synopsis, but it's like fucking 3 paragraphs long. So I'm just going to go and then I'll just give it like my own little synopsis. But, all right, let's just go ahead and get straight into it. So this is Glass, fucking 2019, directed by M. Night. And basically, it's fucking Unbreakable, Split. It's the trilogy. They're all three, Mr. Glass, fucking the Split dude, and then Bruce Willis are all here to get a psychic evaluation. They all do nothing for about 2 hours, and they have an epic fight. Whatever. So here we go. So, all right. Movie opens up with McAvoy talking to these, like, locked-up cheerleaders. There's, like, a few cheerleaders chained up, and he's sitting there talking and doing his classic nice voices. What happens? And then homie gets stuck in his shit. Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a
the
guy filming, he just Superman punches
some
random
knockout
dude
game.
out
They're like playing the knockout game.
They're just walking by, just knocking people out for no reason.
Oh yeah, so it cuts to these two kids. Yeah, they're going down the street. One kid's filming another kid, and he Superman punches this random ass guy, and then he knocks him out.
Yeah, knocked out, bitch. Like some YouTube shit. Or
yeah, they're doing some shit for YouTube. They get home and they're uploading it, talking about views. They're fucking losers. They're sitting back at their crib. And then someone they just hear someone walk in and starts like washing their hands.
And just using the kitchen. And whatnot.
Yeah, just using the kitchen.
They're calling out, be like, hello, they're trying to get an answer, see who the fuck just walked into their house.
And then the one fucking loser kid's like acting tough or something like that, right? He's like, yo, we'll fuck you up. Like,
he's like, yo, pussy, right? He's like, Superman punch him again.
Yeah, he's like, Superman punch him.
Yeah.
He's like, Superman punch him out, you fucking loser. It's so fucking dumb. And then, so all of a sudden, Ronald starts getting up to go like peep what's good, and then the lights cut off. And then all of a sudden, Ronald just gets his ass whooped.
He was literally thrown across the room into the wall.
And he's got his poncho, his classic poncho on. So I guess this is where we learned that he's been fucking fighting crime, I guess, since 19 years, since Unbreakable. And then
No, it said later on that he was only doing this part because of the Horde. He heard about him.
Oh, so he's searching for...
So now he's looking for the Horde.
Oh, okay.
So
So that's he's just on a superhero little endeavor until he finds this Horde guy.
So then it cuts to the fucking... Now it's Bruce Willis and his son, and it's the same kid from Unbreakable, and they're looking up like articles about Bruce Willis.
I thought that was awesome that he's the same actor.
That was cool. I bet you... I want to look up if he has any other acting credits besides these two. But
and then the son.
Yeah. And then they call him the Tiptoe Man.
Looks so good. Like, look exactly like
I knew immediately it was him. I was like, oh,
from
yeah.
before.
Dope, yeah.
And then, the fucking son just starts talking. He just starts fucking making assumptions about triangles. This body's over here. This body's over here. He's over here. He used the Pythagorean theorem, and apparently the fucking murderer's over here now. A squared plus B squared equals fucking murderer in the warehouse.
So apparently the story's trying to tell you that since the kid found out his dad is a superhero, he just pledged his life to become his sidekick.
He's just like, he's a psychic now, and just fucking like...
He's like the dispatcher. He's like a dispatcher. Like
he's the dude in the chair.
But the thing is, this whole thing about a dead person here, this triangle, doesn't come into play.
It was never mentioned.
Never mentioned again,
yeah,
right?
It was literally the first 2 seconds, and then never again.
So he made up a bizarre fucking conclusion.
Whole theory on this whole
and it just so happened to work. And it's just like, it's so fucking ridiculous.
No, it didn't work.
No, they found him. He found him.
Oh, they were walking around that area.
But you thought that was ridiculous too, right, Marisol?
Yeah, because it's only, the triangle's only mentioned once, and then that theory is never, like, put into play ever again. Yeah.
He doesn't use that to help out later on. Nothing. He doesn't use that shit to any other time in the movie.
So Bruce Willis is back at the crib. He's having flashbacks about his wife. He guess his wife has passed. And then it cuts to McAvoy, and he's just
not out.
Yeah, and he's fucking blading, and he's talking to the cheerleaders, and I guess he's like the little kid.
Hedwig,
yeah. And he's talking about how he loves Drake and all this shit, and it's pretty funny.
He's dancing.
He liked Rihanna before, but they broke up, so he's got to stay with Rihanna.
Yeah, so he's just, getting loose, and he's talking to the cheerleaders, and then he starts talking about the Beast and how the Beast is gonna come, and then so I guess the whole thing is like how they're impure, but haven't suffered. So that's the whole point. They need to be punished. That's their whole thing. So it sounds like the fucking Saw or some shit. You're like, right? Like
you need to pay for your things that you've done.
If they've never suffered through any sort of pain or torture, then they're pure. That means they must die.
Like, I don't know. It's just stupid. It's like trying to be. I don't fucking know.
Like this religious kind of.
Yeah, it's
like he's doing good. Like he's doing good.
Yeah,
like, he's
exactly.
eating people and like keeping people.
Okay.
Not good, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. So this is where we go. So it cuts back to, I guess, Bruce Willis and the son have like. They own like a company. What is it?
Like
what do they do there?
Security
cameras?
Security systems.
Like a Hobby Lobby, sort of.
And then here we get the fucking M. Night cameo. Mother of God acting! Oh my God! What did you think, Marisol, about this?
I mean, I thought it was short, it was sweet, it was kind of stupid.
Were you happy to see him?
He hasn't aged.
You were expecting it, but I was kind of like, okay, that was it.
Did you think he did okay in the role?
I mean, whatever. It was stupid. It
felt awkward.
Let your dad take a walk.
Awkward.
Like,
yeah,
awkward.
Bitch, who the fuck you talking? Yeah, what the fuck?
Especially like the nature of the conversation itself. Bruce Willis is like, "All right, I'm gonna go out on a walk," and the son's like, "No, Dad, you went on a walk yesterday.
Yeah,
stay here. You don't need to go out on a walk." And he's like, "No, I'm gonna go out." And then M. Night's just like, "Let your fucking dad go on a walk. What's the problem?"
Like
and it's just a weird conversation.
It was just weird. It was there just to serve the M. Night cameo. Yeah. Literally, there was no other reason for that scene.
They never go back there or anything. They never show the store.
Bruce Willis leaves, and then he's like, "All right, let me bring you up really fast because now we got to close early."
Yeah, because there was no reason for him like that we know about why he shouldn't go on a walk. What was the reason?
Because I guess like walk is like you're gonna go out and fight.
On the prowl.
Look for the guy.
That was the whole thing, because then he goes, then after this, immediately goes on the prowl.
Yeah, that was the point.
His son isn't in the room,
that was his code.
Like, helping out. He's helping out the customer. So he's like, yo, don't go on a walk right now. Like, you went yesterday. Like, hinting, like, don't go right now. Like, somebody here.
Because he had said earlier that the cops are looking for him.
Yeah, they were going to be looking for him.
True, okay.
So once he closed up the shop, then he's like, all right, now I can help you. Now you can go on a walk so I can, get your back or whatever.
Yeah, okay, so then that's exactly what happens. They close up, and then Bruce Willis ends up going for a walk, and then every time he knocks into somebody, we hear that sound effect to let us know his powers are in action.
We get it.
The boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, we get it. You touch him, he sees shit, okay? Like, we need this extra emphasis. And then he sees fucking McAvoy.
Yeah, as
Hedwig, right?
Hedwig. He's like,
yeah.
he's like skipping down the street, dancing and like bopping to some music, got some headphones
Where was he going? Where was he coming from?
He was going to change to the Beast.
Oh, okay.
It's like, damn, they just let his other personality just let him like wander around the streets.
Yeah, and he's 9.
He's a 9-year-old, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
It could have been Barry. It could have been somebody else. I don't know if it was him.
No, it was him. Because then later on, he's like, you saw a kid walking down the street playing, and he was a grown man, but he acted like a kid. Because he's like skipping and he like does like a little heel click and jumps off the
and he
metal.
kicks the door and shit.
He kicks the door, like jumps off of it. So it's like
weird.
Yeah,
but he bumps into him and all of a sudden he's like.
He has the vision.
And he sees the girls in the.
I wonder how long he was out there for.
Because he had the red.
How long was he walking around bumping into people? Right. Like the same block, like for an hour, just like bumping into people. And
the murder is in this area, so we gotta stick with this. Hang out here.
And then,
well, he was just looking for people to run into.
Yeah, I know. But like, how long? Imagine you see one guy in a poncho walking around the block.
He wasn't wearing a poncho.
I know, I'm fucking joking. But you see one guy walking around the block for 3 hours. It's a little fucking odd.
Bumping into He's bumped into everybody.
Yeah, like there's a guy down the street. He walks across the street just to bump into him. Like, oh, oops.
Oh, sorry.
The fuck is this guy doing? So so then McAvoy comes through and then we cut to McAvoy. He like goes and he finds some bums and then he changes into the beasts and then mauls them. Why?
Because he needs flesh to be the beast.
Why didn't he just go and eat the cheerleaders?
Because he was hungry then.
But he was already with the cheerleaders before.
He was gonna.
He left to go eat bums.
Because he wanted a grand entrance. He wanted the beast to like reveal itself.
Yeah, I think the cheerleaders' death was going to be. Yeah, exactly.
To the bums?
More. No, not for the bums. For the cheerleaders. I think that was going to be more.
of like a ceremony.
Sensual, exactly. More ceremonial.
Okay.
It was dessert.
This is all speculation. So
yeah, I know, of course.
Exactly wrong.
Entirely wrong. So. Dessert. But so okay, now it cuts back to the girls, and then Bruce Willis just comes in hot, and he starts like getting them out of the chains and all that shit. Yeah. And then for some reason he rips their chains off real quick, and then it cuts to him, and he just slowly backs up into a dark corner, and then stays there, and then. For no reason, because then after that he comes out to them, and they start walking to go away. It's like it was just this odd, just like. It's cinematic choice, like
it's supposed to be realistic.
Goes back into the distance.
But
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
the fuck, it was just so. Did anyone else notice that? No,
no, it was weird.
Well, I saw him like in the dark.
It's Marisol. Did you notice that?
I did. Yeah, but
did you think anything of it?
I thought it was just a dramatic effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I did it, but I don't want you to know who I am.
But it's like the girl. Remember, he tells like, "Oh, the beast is coming," and blah blah blah, and all of a sudden, this thing comes out of the dark, and you can't see what it is, but it's like there, and it like starts breaking shit off, and then like just chills. So like. When I was watching it, like, oh shit, like the girls are freaking out. They think it's the beast or whatever. Mm-hmm. But then all of a sudden he comes back out of the dark and he's like, run.
Yeah.
Or like, go or some shit. And then he's like, all right.
Yeah, because then we hear the beast and all that
like,
shit.
kind of like, oh shit, is it the beast? Is it not the beast?
Yeah.
And then you see the things breaking and it's, it's the Willis. So.
It's that Willis man.
The Willis.
Yeah. Yeah, but then soon after that we do hear the beast and then we see him climbing on the roof and then we get beast vision, which is pretty nice. So it's like the kids and him are upside down. And so they start battling. And then it was so funny because then the girls start trying to escape and then homie grabs the table and just smashes the girl against the wall.
I'm like, did she just get knocked the fuck out?
All she got was a broken arm. We hear later. Did you hear? She's like, we got one girl with a broken arm.
But he threw the table at her head.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like, what the fuck?
The table hit her head and her head hit the wall.
Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. You're concussed.
Definitely.
So they're running, they're battling, and nice Bruce Willis close-ups, and McAvoy is hugging him for like 10 minutes straight at this point.
He's trying to squeeze him to death.
And it doesn't even look like it doesn't even look like it's that tense, right? He's like squeezing him, and he just
the old lady and the other one, the doctor who tried to help, who tried to like warn people like he's the beast.
Yeah, that's why he grabs his forearms.
He crushed her.
Yeah,
he does that to
which
everybody.
I'm assuming is because he was never hugged as a child.
Yeah,
no, I'm serious.
Really? He's like hugging the shit out of him.
Because his mom was very abusive.
Yeah, Kevin Wendell Crumb.
Yeah, the mom, yeah. Oh shit, don't say it. You're gonna trigger somebody. But so McAvoy's got him, and then so Bruce Willis has sacrificed himself, whatever, jumps out the window with him. And then all of a sudden there's like a squad down there, these cops.
Yeah. Right?
How did you find them? And why weren't you up there helping these cheerleaders? Like, what the fuck? Did you know they were there before?
Well, that lady was following them.
Yeah,
so I think she was probably following Bruce Willis.
The lady with the red hair from Bird Box.
The psychiatrist.
The sister from Bird Box.
Oh, she was following them?
Yeah.
She was tracking
she knew all
them
about them.
Yeah.
So she was waiting for them to get together.
Yeah.
And once they found each other.
And then she called the pose?
Yeah.
In order to get them there.
Yeah, She said that David Dunn was already on surveillance. They were watching him, but he wasn't doing anything. But once there was another dude there,
she mentions that
they had to grab both of them.
They paid her to track him and.
How she knew about him in any sort of fashion, I have no fucking clue. There's no explanation on how she knows as much as she knows.
Willis?
No, the psychiatrist.
No, about
thing.
Bruce Willis?
About Bruce Willis?
I don't want to say it now, but that's the whole point of the ending.
And she knew that he was the one that survived the train, so she's been, you know what I mean? I think she's known about him since then, so it's always been a thing.
I guess maybe that alarmed it.
Oh, yeah. Fucking 100 people dead. Just one psychopath, Bruce Willis.
All right.
No Willis.
But yeah, that Willis. So then, they get captured, then they throw them into a psych ward. And they're all in different rooms with all these like different security measures in order to hold them. And it's like, was the light thing?
Oh, Samuel Jackson.
Was the light thing a thing in the Split? Because like they have this light wall set up that when it flashes, it changes the personality.
They have
she said it was a hypnosis light.
But I'm saying, was it in Split or was it the first time?
No, but possibly it could work on other people with a similar. Yet not as severe.
But this is new.
People like epilepsy and like stroke lights. You know, it's the same thing, but it's
brain,
How did they figure out that it would work on him?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's a technique used on other people who have similar but not as severe symptoms.
Because remember, there's like the pamphlet for whatever thing he has. Disorder, like multi-person.
They didn't explain that though, so that's something you kind of have to like figure out, I guess.
And it's just like an immediate fucking like, he changes.
They even have like little carts they walk around with little lights on. They have lights on wheels and they all walk in front of them. So when they're transporting him anywhere, anytime he goes, like they're walking, it'll flash.
So you have to see more personalities in this film too.
Bruce Willis is a room full of giant like fire hose nozzles, and if he tried to run or break out or do anything, all the hoses would just immediately dump 15,000 gallons of water at like high pressure and keep him from doing anything because I guess he almost drowned as a kid.
And apparently it was in the paper enough for her to find it and find out his weakness.
Yeah, so she used that, and then Samuel Jackson's, he's literally just in an empty room in a wheelchair.
They drug him the fuck up.
And they just drugged the shit out of him. Yeah.
But, so after that, then it cuts to the girl from Split, which she's probably my least favorite character in this whole entire thing. Right?
She looks like Kendall Jenner.
High school looking one?
She looks like Kendall Jenner.
She's funny looking, you think?
To me, yeah, like she's a little, I don't know. Her eyes are very bulbous.
What does that mean?
Like, they stick out.
Like an anime character?
Like I don't know. Yeah. It's weird.
But no, I think I just don't like her.
Distinctive her
And her whole character in this is weird, and I think
she doesn't say anything like half the movie, and then all of a sudden just like comes in hot.
She just has the same look on her for 2 hours. She has the same look on her fucking face.
She's had the same look on her since the last movie.
Yeah, exactly.
She's walking to class, people are giving her weird ass fucking looks, and the principal pulls her into
how long
office.
has it been since Split in this time? Does anyone know?
I would assume a couple of months.
Just months?
Because she's still in school.
Maybe
she's still in school.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Or unless she's
I was wondering, would everybody really just be staring at her still?
You know, that girl fucking escaped.
Yeah, she was.
Why do people think it's weird? It's like, it's not her. It's like, she didn't do anything.
Yeah.
She got away from it, and all of her friends died, and she got out.
I think the principal mentions it, but we didn't probably catch on to it.
Mention what?
Remember, she says, we found the guy who captured you, or they found him. You must be so happy.
I
think she might have said the time.
I think you're right.
And she started smiling, but the smile wasn't... It didn't
like,
feel like it was. She was happy that he got caught.
Yeah.
It was more that she was happy that now she can find him.
It was very perverted, in my opinion.
The whole thing?
I feel like their relationship, she was grossly, like...
I don't remember it being like that in Split.
No,
that's what I'm saying. It's very, like, she got...
And then towards the at the end, I remember when she's, like, holding him. She's like, come on, just, like... For me, right? She's getting close. I'm like, remember I said, I'm like, is she gonna like hook up with him? She gonna blow him?
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying, because I don't remember Split that well. Like thinking back now, but I was like, was it like that at all in that movie?
No.
I don't remember it being like
she
that.
She probably had like PTSD or something.
Yeah, like Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like it was just super odd.
Now loves him.
But we don't know that yet. But she tells her that he's been caught, and so now it cuts to.
Always works.
So now it cuts to McAvoy in the room, and this dude nurse walks in, and McAvoy's doing one of his personalities is like a chick, and
Jade.
And I thought this part was pretty funny, and he starts hollering at
like
this dude nurse, laying on his stomach,
up in the air, like
come on, like trying to be all like, I can't lie, it was pretty funny, and this dude is loving it. He's not saying anything.
He actually does it.
He's like feeling like all flattered. He's like, oh shit. He's like, this babe wants me or some shit like that.
Yeah, man, I can fuck him.
I can fuck. He's trying to smash.
He picks up the syringe. He tricks him into picking up the syringe on the floor, and then he slowly gets him to stand in a certain spot where he blocked the main, like the light bar thing that they had set up. So then McAvoy
was trying to rush him.
He rushes him, and he gets him, but then he moves out of the way, and then the lights get him. Or the guy hits a switch because there's a manual. And
then for 5 minutes straight, it's just this dude hitting the fucking switch and him just going for personality to personality. It's like we get my God, how much longer? And the dude is just sitting there with a dumbfounded look like,
Why haven't you left yet?
That's what I wrote down. I was like, just fucking leave. Like, fucking leave.
He tried to attack you already. Just
it's like, what the
stun him, get the fuck out, and lock him.
From like a cowboy to like an old Spanish lady to this Bartholomew.
And he's
loved it.
You did?
Yeah.
It was good, but it was just too long. Like, cut it.
We
understand.
We understand what happens when it does it. You have to do the whole process, like, ping, ping.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a Tommy Wiseau sex scene.
And then he starts doing some other shit. It's like, took so long just for every character to come out.
Like, if this movie wasn't 2 hours long, then maybe those things would make sense. But for a 2-hour movie, and then that did shit like that, it just kind of fucking was like, didn't need to be there. I wanted to see how long the fucking movie actually was.
Could have been an hour and a half, maybe.
No, it definitely wasn't.
It was 2 hours.
It was 2 hours and 9 minutes.
No, I'm saying it could have been like an hour and a half.
Yeah, cut M. Night's fucking scene and cut shit like this down 30%, and then we're there.
And then add the cool parts that you took out.
Instead of all the parts where he has to go through 13 characters that are personalities, just do 2. And
exactly.
you save 20-something minutes of the movie.
And do the other two later or something like that.
Every time it's different ones. Instead of Patricia Beast, Hedwig, one random one, another random one, and then go back. Patricia.
Like, he did him well. Like, we're not.
Yeah, they're great. Like, the Philly dude accent.
Yeah.
Like, that old Philly, he's like, nah, man, like, we can't do this shit, B. Like, he's like talking. I'm like, yo, he sounds legit. Like, his acting is insane. But didn't need it all that extra.
Exactly. So then after this, the woman comes in, and then this is what I didn't get, because there's a sensor for him at this point, right? Because he keeps running towards it, and there's a sensor, but she's standing right in front of the light. So where the fuck is the sensor? How could she be standing there and then a sensor actually working like that?
Sensor could be up top.
And she's not affecting it at all?
If it's going over her head, no.
But the guy blocked it. How the guy
sus.
blocked? The sensor got him.
It's like a total technology
The sensor
question.
got him when the nurse was standing in front of it. It got him because it's obviously you can sense. It's like his.
Man, that's like saying, all right, well, the building is supposed to be facing north, but why is the sun rising on the west?
Remember, she says that it can detect if he's going through a personality change or if he's going to be aggressive, just like Bruce Willis in his room. The water shoots off if it feels like he's going to be.
Well, that doesn't really work when he's punching the door out later. But
no,
okay,
he turned it off.
Yeah.
He says it on the because I turned the water off. By the way,
if you didn't fall asleep, no.
Yeah, that's right.
I
slept so much in this movie.
That's why you're rating it so low.
Yeah. Okay. So then it cuts to it's the kid talking to the woman and then giving a statement. I wrote that down, but I have no memory of it. Anyway, I wrote, then the kid is talking to the woman and giving a statement.
Yes, so the kid, Bruce Willis' son, is writing his stupid story, trying to cover up for his dad.
Do you remember what it was?
To give to her. The story being,
it was so ridiculous.
It was absolutely ridiculous.
He was like in it,
Yeah.
And then he thought about it, and then like his friend got murdered years ago or something in the factory, so he thought maybe I should go, and
he was just in the area, and he heard a scream, and
he was just nervous.
He was like, all right, well, he went to the scream, and he found the chicks, and this stupid ass story, and he turns it and he signs it, and he's like, I'll take that to court, I can profess that, in front of the judge, and we can, get things squared away and get my pops out of here. And she's like, fuck no.
Dumbass. We know what happened.
No, your dad is sick, and we're going to keep him here until he is better or until he's dead.
Yeah, because then she starts, psychoanalyzing him and, this all started, and you're delusional, too. It all started when your mom died 5 years ago. But it's like, the Unbreakable happened 19 years ago.
Yeah, he knew about his dad doing this shit.
So it's like, you knew about it. You tried to shoot him when you were 6. You know what I mean? So it's like, what the fuck? It's just happening now? So I thought that was fucking stupid. Yeah, she starts just going in on this dude. And then what happens? I think it just cuts, right? Then we get a flashback. For some reason, why would we get so many flashbacks? Why the fuck did we get so many? And then at the end, we get each individual flashback for the girl, the dude, and then the fake woman from the Clumps. Eddie Murphy and the Clumps. We have to get each scene for them.
Please. Clumps or Crumps?
Clumps.
Clumps?
Yeah, Clumps.
They're Clumps.
But, so we get these terrible fucking flashback
why did she
scenes.
look fake?
Yeah, I want to get to that. Yeah,
so you couldn't just get a normal-looking old lady. Why do you think the lady looks like she has it's a 40-year-old dude dressed as an 80-year-old lady?
Or it looked like a 20-year-old woman that had to put fake makeup to look like an old woman.
Legit, like we're watching Dr. Dolittle or some shit.
Yeah,
poor woman.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Oh my God.
She probably really looks like that.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Okay.
But it's weird.
It's weird. So then, all right, the girl pulls up, and then Yeah, there are so many fucking close-ups in this movie, because at this time, they're, like, talking again, and then they're always talking, the psychiatrist is always sitting there talking to the camera, in the one thing, and it's always, like, zoom in on this face, zoom in on this face, like, Jesus, for fuck's sake.
Supreme video?
There's a bunch of other angles you can use, yeah.
All, like, zoomed in on, like, boards and shit, faces.
And then, okay, she goes in and she sees the dude, right? She goes in to see McAvoy, and they talk for, like, a long-ass time, and then... He asked, then it's like, but switching between the dude Kevin, and then she likes Kevin.
Patricia.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, the young girl?
Right? They're in there.
She's holding his hand.
Yeah.
And he goes back to Hedwig, and he's like, do you like Kevin now?
Yeah, like that. That was funny. I laughed
offended,
at that. Yeah. But this scene was just weird. Like, why does she want him so fucking bad?
Yeah, it's strange.
Because he's damaged.
And how even old is she?
Damaged.
And she's like 17.
She's in high school.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She's trying to date this old guy who's a
predator.
psychopath. Literally a predator and a fucking predator at the same time.
But why is it so sexual between them? I'm
right?
so
out
confused.
Out of nowhere. Last movie, there was no, like, she was in a basement and he was trying to eat her. Ate all of her friends and she escaped. Now she just wants to fuck him.
If she was in college, it would make more sense.
Dude,
but
I think maybe she might be.
It was weird.
Because he let her go. He didn't kill her, so she thinks that there's something special about her.
So it doesn't feel so rapey. I'm going to say they were in college.
No, she's in high school.
She's in high school.
What?
She goes to see the fucking principal. What college has a principal?
It's a dean.
No.
They're not walking in. They're not standing in the hallway before you
go
into class.
Yeah, and it's right there. No. And it's right there. No, they're in high school.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Jason.
It is.
Hey, Jason, can you come into my office real quick and talk to you? Your dean's not going to be sitting outside your fucking fifth period math class.
Damn it, M. Night. All right,
weird.
Fucking weirdo.
So they go in and she starts like having him change between personalities and all this bullshit. It's just so fucking retarded. And then I even wrote down, I'm kind of bored right now. I think. And then I put went to take a piss because I went to take a piss. I never go to the bathroom during movies.
I literally held my pee the entire time. I almost peed myself because I didn't want to miss any of it.
Oh my god!
Me too.
That's insane.
What? And I got him on piss and I'm sitting there like, man, fuck this.
I needed something to do.
I don't even care.
I was literally like, oh my god.
It was insane.
I woke up and like I was like,
hold on. So at this point, what was so captivating to you?
Everything. I didn't want to miss anything.
Oh my god.
I didn't want to because it was a very mental movie in my opinion. So I thought I didn't want to miss anything about it because of the way it was all going.
Okay, alright. So I went and took a piss. So I don't know if anything happened in between that time. The next thing I have is they're all three in the same room. I don't know if you guys have anything else.
So they're all three in the same room and she's kind of interviewing all three of them and just pretty much telling them that they're all sick in the head, that they believe what they believe to be them
delusions
as
of grandeur.
Exactly.
She's justifying everything, like when he bent the
bars. Just are taking control. Bent the bars. She's saying it was really old iron made in like the 1800s.
She goes, I bent it with a wrench.
She did it with the wrench.
Yeah.
And Patricia's getting upset. She like because he's playing as Patricia. He's like, what do you say about the bars and this and that? And then she like says it. She says it all, and then she's like. You can see Patricia like eyes watering and like getting all upset and everything, and then like
starting to believe it. Yeah,
she's like, "No, you're wrong." Like getting pissed off and switching characters.
Yeah. That's when she says Kevin Wendell Crumb, and then you see the flashback of him as a
and these kids drowning Bruce Willis as a child.
Yeah,
right. Like what the fuck? There was like a bunch of people at the pool.
Like, is there no adults there? Like, they look like they're in class.
There's just like 4 kids like holding this like thrashing child down, and it's like, what the fuck?
No one gives a fuck.
The problem is that school system.
Yeah, but that's there's always deeper issues in these movies, and that's it.
You need to improve your school system. You're gonna create crazy psycho superheroes.
Yeah, I want to see some fucking like consequences for those kids. What the fuck are they?
Fucking pieces of shit.
So then it goes to the fucking girl in the comic book store, and then
the son was in there. Too, she was buying comic books, and then the son was in there
trying to explain his ability, kind of.
Yeah, and they keep going back to comics to explain everything.
Yeah, and so the kid is there essentially.
But in the special edition Christmas version that came out in 1973, the same character does this. It's like.
What the fuck?
What does that have to do with a fucking guy with fucking bones that break? Like, Jesus Christ! Like, what is he just like the character from the comic book?
Because even if this stuff is what they
explain it like that, because it's the easiest way, because they have crazy superpowers, and it's like.
Well, the one comic that they show is the one of the guy bending the bars, like the beast.
Yeah, it's called the Beast.
But I mean, because even if these things are based, because like what they were trying to say is these things are based on real life. That's what they're trying to say. They're based on real events. But even if they were based on real events, it doesn't mean that's what's going on exactly right now. Even if it was based off of what happened 100 years ago, what the fuck does that have to do with this fucking brittle bone loser and all these other fucking faggots like doing shit today?
Exactly.
Like what the fuck?
See, by that logic, their dimension, their world is dictated by the fate of comic books.
Exactly. That's what it sounds like. Weird. It's only in this
sort
structure.
of metaphorical way.
It's like, oh, well, they can go to the store and buy this special edition, and all of a sudden they figure out what he's going to do next.
Or it's like an extremely a meta take on this movie, and it's just commenting on movies in general, because it's what it's talking about. Oh my god, here's the fight scene, and then he's talking about, oh wait, there's always you know what I mean? So maybe it's like, I don't know, a fucking shitty-ass meta commentary.
He's looking through a bunch of comics, and then he doesn't find anything that he's looking for in the hero section. He turns around, and he looks, and he sees the villain section. So he's starting to scope through those comics, and he finds this one, and it starts talking about the root to all evil of all the bad guys is through their parentage, like through their history. So he...
Parentage.
Right? That's a word.
Is it?
Is parentage a word?
Heritage?
I don't know.
Okay, no, their parents were.
Okay.
Right,
parentage. Okay.
That's a word.
Okay.
I think we're gonna go with.
Should I Google it?
Google.
We're gonna go with it.
But keep going.
So he takes that information and it's assumed that he goes back and does his own digging to see what's up with Kevin's parents.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And then, I don't know what it cuts to.
And then one thing we do find out is homie's dad's name is Clarence.
Oh, yeah. Kevin's dad's name is Clarence.
They don't say it right away, but he looks like up on the computer, and then all of a sudden it cuts to him, like, facing the computer. He's like, oh,
yeah, he starts tweaking.
He knocks a bunch of shivers.
So whatever he first found out is fucking mind-blowing.
He clicked his dad's name, and it popped up. So it popped up.
You figure this out later.
He fucking loses
his
shit.
What's the word on...
by the way, parentage... The identity and origins of one's parents.
Oh, fuck. That better not be Urban Dictionary.
The origin of something, no.
Okay. Fuck. All right, nice.
Yeah, that was good.
And then it cuts to fucking Sam Jackson. I guess he's able to, like, move around and, like, fuck with computers. Now he's finally talking, an hour and a half into the movie. Exactly, right? So now he's, like, doing all this shit.
This whole time,
without video picking him up.
They're sitting in a wheelchair like this. Like, just fucking slumped over, drugged up.
He was just kind of taking the pills and shit. It wasn't only until McAvoy and Willis showed up that he decided to stop taking the pills. And he's just kind
fucked
of
up. How do
faking
they just give him pills and he takes them? At that point, they just keep giving him drugs so he doesn't have to do anything.
I think he said he had duds. I don't know where he got the duds from, but
I don't know.
He's really
magic.
smart.
He's smart. I don't know. So yeah, he's too smart for them.
So then we figure out that he's moving around.
Yeah. And video's not, I guess later it says it is picking him up. And then it cuts to, like, the nurse coming, like, the changing of, like, the nurses, and the one comes in, he starts talking to the security guard about vitamins for about 45 fucking minutes.
You get that vitamin D, bro.
Yeah. Come on. He said, come on, bro. He's like, you gotta do that.
Doing that?
This is what you gotta do.
Yeah, like,
this
shut the fuck up, motherfucker.
How much water do you drink?
Yeah. Like, get to work.
And this scrawny looking ass.
Yeah, that guy was scrawny.
So Glass is like sneaking around and he gets to McAvoy's room.
Okay, so I fell asleep. Okay, so I'm asleep.
This is where he gets to McAvoy's room and he's having a conversation with Patricia or Dennis. Oh, it might be Heather.
I think it might be Kevin.
It could be Heather.
No,
Kevin and
Heather. You didn't call Kevin?
No, because he only did that like 3 times.
Oh no, it was someone at first, but then it changed to Patricia because he said ma'am. Pretty much telling him his whole plan and that he would like to meet the Beast, and if he's real, that he can get them out the following night. And so they keep talking, and it's like, all right, cool. They mutually agree, and so Samuel L. Jackson goes back to his room, and what happens after this?
So they agreed, and then I think he gets on the intercom or some shit, and talks to Willis.
They have the video. No, they have the video of
Samuel
Jackson. So they drug him up the next day. Like he wakes up with them. Like
they're like, we're moving up your surgery. Your surgery now. Yeah, he was pretty much getting a lobotomy.
Yeah.
He was like, we're moving it up to now. You know, we saw you moving around and shit in the cameras last night, so you duping us. So they take him to the surgery room. They strap him down and shit, and he's got nothing to do. And then boom, they hit him with the fucking laser, and he gets the lobotomy.
Really? Yeah. What?
Yeah.
They lobotomized them?
They lobotomized them.
But it's obviously a fake lobotomized because
let me get to that.
Okay. Damn, I missed crucial
they put him back,
points.
I don't know what I missed. I slept like 4 or 5 times.
They got him back to his room and shit, and he's all fucking fucked up and feeling like shit, and the one dude with the beard is all trying to console him. Like, hey man, you're gonna feel better tomorrow, and then he goes to his bed for some reason, trying to act all fucking buddy with him.
Sits on Sam Jackson's bed while he's in the wheelchair. And starts commenting about he has like paintings or pictures on the wall.
Some bullshit, I don't know.
That they were crooked.
Yeah, they were crooked.
He's like, oh, they're nice.
So they're fixing for
and
you.
they're all in frames and shit. I don't know why they'd give him pictures with frames. But.
Yeah, and then Samuel Jackson literally just was
he's sitting there like a zombie, like slumped over and just
with a piece of glass, just whoop, slices the dude's throat open.
His name was Daryl.
His name was Daryl.
R.I.P. Daryl.
Missed this?
I think I saw this actually though. I think
he's sitting in a chair and he's like talking to him. He's like the nurse is talking to Sam Jackson. He's like slumped in this thing. He's like, oh yeah, some really nice paintings and then he's going on and just and he's like quick as fuck and the guy's like. And you don't see anything.
Wait, so he broke a mirror. He broke the frame?
Picture frame.
But when he slashes him...
Where the fuck... Okay, this is the main problem. I think we should talk about it now.
I just said, why did
nobody would give him
on the security guard, they only have one security guy working at a time. The nurse...
One nurse, and that's it.
The nurse watches the video and goes down and brings him food and all that shit. It's like, they need a two-person system. Someone watches... What?
They're on a budget.
No, they're not.
And they're terrible because
all the budget went to the hoses and the lights.
They're a secret hidden fucking society in the fucking.
The budget went to the hoses and the lights.
But there were secret fucking agents and shit.
Yeah, it's all like
yeah. So they can only afford 2 nurses. So one guy works like a 12-hour shift by himself, goes into their room and feeds them. Not even just slides it through a slot in the door.
I know. Why do you need to go inside?
Yeah, and then like their rooms are different. Like one has like a window in his door so you can see, and the other, Willis it's like a solid steel one.
This is an infrastructure issue.
Like stand back, and I'm like, how do you know if he's standing back?
That's exactly what I thought.
Like,
he just tells him to.
Step back from the door.
Yeah.
Opens it. It's like the guy gives you like, okay, I'm not.
All right.
You really trust it.
What kind of systems are you working here?
Why? Why did you have to open the door?
OSHA laws and everything in this place are non-existent.
Every prison, like place like that, they have a fucking slot. You just slide the food in, so you don't have to do it, and you're by yourself.
And they don't have one guard at a time with superhumans behind this door.
This guy's got brittle bones.
Maybe.
That guy you just poke.
Have like a couple people on fucking duty. The security guard that you have.
Fat white dude at the front door.
At the front door.
That's it. He only watches the front door.
Yeah, people are gonna come in, not break out.
Yeah. Fuck the guys in here. We're only making sure people don't come in.
So Daryl's fucking dead.
He's dying. And he throws the glass. It just happened to be like that whole thing. Throws it. It lands perfectly where he had the broken.
A little
frame.
on the nose there, right?
Yeah.
Glass. You fucking piece of shit.
Fuck
you. But all right.
Fucking glass bone, bitch.
Yeah, glass bone piece of shit. Which is funny later when he yells. That's what that's.
Oh
my
god,
that's so funny.
Hilarious.
But all right, so because I think I was like coming in and out of consciousness, so I did see that, but. So, because the next thing I have was like James McAvoy squeezing.
He sneaks out, and then and that's when he tells Willis, "Hey, I turned off the water pumps. If you want to like break out, you have to get through that door, and only a super like."
No, he demands.
Well, no, not yet. So the other guy from the night before comes back for his next shift.
Yeah.
And Daryl was supposed to be leaving.
Daryl, what's up, Ed?
He was looking for Daryl.
He sees the fucking sandwich and shit.
Half eaten
and the banana and shit, and then he's looking at the security camera. He sees Daryl lying on Glass's bed and just a pool of blood.
It got bigger later.
Later on. She's like, what the fuck? So he goes down to check, but he goes into the supply room for some reason. I forgot why.
Yeah.
Oh, he hears the squeaking. And he goes to the supply room, follows the squeaking, and you see Samuel Jackson. It's his wheelchair. He pulls up in the little aisle of the little inventory of the patients and shit, and he's talking to him. And then the beast kind of just drops down right behind him slowly.
Oh, yeah, he does, like,
And then Bear hugs him and just starts to squeeze.
I saw this, but it looks like it doesn't even look like he's squeezing him that hard, though.
He snaps his spine.
I don't know. It looks like he was just like holding on to him.
No, he didn't do the typical squeeze where he crushed their like rib cage. He's like holding him, and he went and he like broke his back. He didn't like squeeze him to death.
All right, so then okay, I'm back now. So Bruce is trying to like break down the door, right? And he's like punching the door. And then he punches the door out, and then he walks out, and then he looks at the security camera, and we got like security camera footage, and he just like dramatically looks at the camera, and then just looks away, and then just goes.
I wanted him to flick the camera off. Like,
I would have been happy with
like
that.
James McAvoy did.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
He's like hiding, he's like deacon, and he's like.
That would have been good if Bruce Willis did the same.
That would have been good. That would have been good.
That was hilarious.
I just didn't like his dramatic look.
Funny. He's like. Hiding, like it looks like it's like hoodwig or whatever.
Because he knows he's being watched.
And he's like,
Hedwig, like the Harry Potter owl.
Yeah, but so they take Hedwig. So yeah, so after McAvoy killed that other guy, but so it takes 2 dead guys and 4 hours for them to finally notice that something is up, and they start like looking through security cameras and like seeing all this shit.
Yeah, and they made a point earlier in the movie. There's like over 100. They added 100 cameras, so they got eyes everywhere.
They only
have 100 cameras, but one guy watching 0.
Nobody's watching. Yeah. They're useless until the next day, so you can see what happened the night before because you weren't there.
They also don't have an elaborate TV system to be able to handle those 100 cameras.
They had like a fucking 10-inch and shit.
Right.
Like, what?
There's like 4 little screens. You're like, no, where are those 100 cameras?
Yeah, there's 98 more of those things that you can't.
No, there's like an underground or whatever bigger area, not where the security guy's at. That security cameras was just for the rooms, I believe.
Yeah, but still.
They had more underneath.
Okay. So then, then
that guy didn't come up and help when people were getting murked, so
then it cuts to, like, Sam Jackson typing in code. Sam Jackson. He starts typing in code so fucking fast. There's, like, dashes and capitals. It's like, this is like a classic, like...
I'm surprised he didn't break his fingers.
That's what I'm saying. Your fingers are fucking paper, bitch. Like, what the fuck? Like, god damn.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah! Like, what?
Oh, my God.
And then the next thing I have is Sam Jackson's mom looks fake, and then I have nothing else after that. I have no notes, so I'm relying on you guys.
Yeah, Sam Jackson's mom looked terrible.
She looks like Eddie Murphy in The Clump.
To him, and she's like, I believe in you, and she knows that he's meant for something greater, despite being
a psychopath.
Yeah,
like,
that was before he went crazy.
No, that happened like right before. Because remember when everything goes down, they're all at the hospital.
Yeah, because we haven't even mentioned her mom
yet. The son, the mom, they're all there.
Well, he's already dressed up in his awesome ass fucking suit.
He got out. He told Willis to break out.
Yeah, so we missed that. That was earlier. So
then they start making their way.
Fuck you.
Him and the Beast get into the elevator. Him and the Beast get into the elevator, right? And then they.
I don't remember.
He's like, go to the basement.
He dressed
instead of the
Beast,
first floor.
it wasn't the Beast. It was Patricia. Patricia dressed up as a nurse, and they're walking through the hallway.
Oh, they're pushing. He's pushing.
And she's got a blanket over him, and he's kind of.
He's like, go to the basement instead of the first floor, and it's like it zoomed in on the basement button, like it made it like, why the fuck are they going to the basement? They're trying to escape. So
to know later for the twist.
Yeah, the twist.
So they go. They go to the basement, and everybody's already on high alert right now. Because they're walking past and two of the other nurses.
Where the hell were they? Where did they work? They were handle the normal people?
Yeah, for real. Where were they coming from?
They're going in the shift. They're walking in.
Who did they call? The security guys are dead. The only one.
They were the maids.
Yeah, but it's like the only guy in the security thing is dead.
Yeah.
Well, if they didn't answer, I'm sure there was a higher security call. So, yeah, they didn't recognize James McAvoy at all, so they called the cops. They get down to the basement, and they're going through the hallway, and then, boom, 3 dudes show up. And then, Patricia goes down to Samuel Jackson's ear and whispers to him. The Beast says, just keep pulling forward.
Yeah, keep rolling forward.
Keep rolling forward.
His wheelchair,
And so the officers are coming down, and Patricia turns around and starts to take...
He beasts up.
Yeah, beasts up. Yeah. Beasts out. And then
he knows he always has to take
they come up to him, and he just starts
like
whooping all of their asses.
Slowly puts it in and just like, it's like, why couldn't you just do it? Like,
thank
who cares?
you.
That's the only reason. Like, this is why I worked out, man. We're showing this.
He reminds me of Edward Norton in American History X. Like takes that shirt off, and he's just like a jacked fucking white dude, just like, and I'm like, holy fuck.
50% of the population appreciated that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's like a crazy. It's like, damn, you see him as like a normal, like, skinny actor, and he just takes his shirt off, and he's fucking insane.
And then he just murders
everybody.
And then what happens?
Then
they make their way
outside. And Willis breaks out finally, and he goes to the storage room and finds the dude's dead. And he's like, fuck, he's on his rampage. And he goes in his box and he grabs his signature poncho.
FSU poncho, by the way.
Fuck yeah.
FSU.
Was it really?
Yeah, it said FSU on
it. No way. I did not even catch
does.
that for 2 seconds.
I said it during the fucking movie.
I'm going to Google it.
I don't believe you.
Google it.
Look up, Unbreakable or whatever the fuck his name is.
I thought it was just a regular green poncho.
But okay, so he grabs a poncho and then he ponchos up.
He was the green guardian.
Yeah. And then, so what happens? He goes out for battle, right? He said they go out to the front.
Yeah, they go outside, and then a bunch of cops show up. And so he beasts out again, and he's going after the cops, just whooping that ass.
Yeah.
And
and Bruce Willis is coming battling him, and the cops start whooping Bruce too, right? They start whooping.
That was later on.
He stands out on the lawn. He comes out one door, and then the Beast and Samuel Jackson are on the other side of the lawn. And then Bruce Willis is just standing there with his poncho on, and then the Beast is like, like getting pissed as fuck, and then that's when he starts like running.
Oh my god,
like,
it's so funny when he goes to start running, and he's like, he does this first, like he like puts his hands up.
We missed the part before that all happens. The psychiatrist finds out what's going down. She goes downstairs and she sees that for the lobotomy, the reason why the lobotomy didn't work is that Samuel Jackson pulled the lens out And
he did the old
that's what that was. That's
he pulled the lens out, so the laser didn't work. It was just a dot. Like, it was just light. It was hitting him, so he was
pulled
faking
that little okey-doke.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
So he left that there with a little note, and on top of a magazine showing this new building that was just built in Philadelphia. The tallest building.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Are you having a stroke? Like,
in Philadelphia.
Oh, God.
And that he plans on showcasing the Beast there.
Showcasing the fucking Beast.
Yeah, pretty much. Put on a fucking show in front of a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And that's his plan. So this is where they go outside, and they're trying to make their way out that way. And then, they meet.
They battle.
The Beast does his roar,
and
Bruce Willis is just standing there like a badass.
Yeah.
And he runs on all fours, just charging him.
And they start battling the fuck out. They're whooping each other up. They're smashing shit. Fucking flipping cars and vans.
Oh, for some reason the Beast put a bunch of girls in a van.
That was really odd.
It was they're walking into work.
God knows why.
They're walking in, and he's
like he was gonna abduct them and fuck them or eat them.
They're usually young girls. They were like
took two old Spanish ladies. Like,
but so then they're battling, and then the pose come out, right?
Yeah, then they're battling. The pose come. What else? The Beast takes fucking Willis over to the fucking pool.
Well, the pose come,
the tank.
And then they're pushing on Willis,
they beat a bunch
and Willis pushes back, and he's literally pushing them into a container. And he's like, I'm trying to save you. Yeah. Closes the door, puts a bar in there. And
it took him like an hour to bend the bar.
Yeah,
I'm like, Jesus.
I'm like, is he going to bend the bar? And they cut away, and they cut back.
Bend it, pussy.
Surprised the Beast didn't maul you by the time you were trying to bend that shit.
Yeah, they cut away, and they cut away, and then they cut back. And I'm like...
And the Beast ate the guys that he was fighting.
Yeah, he was eating the other ones. And then I'm like, is he going to bend this bar? They look away, look back a couple minutes later, and he's just starting. I'm like, God damn it. And they cut away and cut back, and he's still half bending. He's like, oh, it's like...
And then is it not?
And so
you guys couldn't do that.
Yeah, if he has superpowers, it wouldn't take him 20 minutes to bend that fucking thing.
But so, is this part when does fucking Samuel Jackson...
Now.
Okay.
So he goes up to the van, he sees Sam Jackson, they're having a little talk, and then the Beast jumps on top of the van, about to pounce on him. And then his son, Joseph...
starts dropping some knowledge.
Starts dropping that knowledge from the comic book.
That boy drops
He's like, yo, I was looking at this comic book.
And they were saying, yo,
do you think
check
the
out
Beast
his
really
parents.
listens to him? You really think the Beast really
What's
listens?
your parentage?
Who's your parentage?
Who's your parentage?
So he starts dropping his parentage.
So he drops
that parentage all over.
Parentage.
Straight facts, B.
And apparently...
Parentagely...
Kevin's dad was on the train that Bruce Willis was on, and he died in that train.
Because of
Mr.
Glass.
Everyone died.
Because of Mr. Glass. Mr. Glass crashed the train to feel Dad the superhero. And it worked.
He tried to kill my dad, but he killed your dad instead. I'm sorry.
So in one quick minute, Glass created two superheroes.
And a superhero and a supervillain.
I guess he didn't create Willis because Willis had before in the car crash when he was in high school, and then he faked it.
He just made him realize it.
Well, that's what Mr. Glass considers making him, is by putting these things in motion. So by his means, he did create him. That's, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because he's the one that caused it.
He brought it to light.
So the Beast turns around.
And he's like, wait, what?
He said,
That boy did what?
The Beast's sole purpose is to protect Kevin. Yeah. That is his purpose of being. And so he feels that, Kevin was threatened by his. He killed Kevin's dad.
Mr. Glass.
Yeah, by Mr. Glass.
Mr. Glass, yeah, that boy. Mr. Glass, yeah, that boy.
So he jumps down from the van and confronts him. He's like, and then he fucking crushes his shoulder.
They call him and grabs him.
Go! That's Samuel L. Jackson scream.
Pussy ass Jackson.
Oh!
Ow!
And then Bruce Willis is like, hey, we're not done yet. We still need to fight.
Yeah, he still wants to fight.
He still wants to. He's trying to save Mr. Glass.
Yes.
You could have just cleared it.
And then Mr. Glass is still like, because he is such a hero, he still has to fight. Still narrating or some shit like that.
He's the white marker in the fucking
totally
comic book.
He's totally psychoed out at this point. Yeah.
He's reading aloud what the reader's supposed to be thinking as their own conscience. Anyways, so Yeah, then the Beast turns around, grabs him by his sternum, and throws him like about 10 feet. Fucking crushes.
He punched
Mr. Glass.
He punched him in the chest.
And then he turns
around like, oh, we gotta fight. He's like,
and then he rolls like 10 feet.
He rolls back. Yeah.
And he's got like internal bleeding. And then he stands up. He's in pain. And he drops to his leg.
Dude, I laugh so fucking hard. Like, no,
the way he screamed.
He falls out of the wheelchair. His ears and bones just all breaking.
So fucking funny.
Oh my
God.
Can we get that critical. I didn't think about any of that. I was like, oh my God, his poor bones.
That's the only good part about the whole movie.
His poor bones.
I need them bones.
I feel so bad.
You felt bad?
That's the only good part of the whole movie.
That was the best part. I laughed out loud.
We all laughed our asses off when that happened. He's like, God! And he falls and all his bones are just breaking. He just keeps falling and breaking.
And he's still able to talk though for some reason.
That was the best part of the movie.
It's like his nose is all gross and blood chunks.
Eddie Murphy, come over here real quick and play with me while I die.
Yeah. Oh my God. So then what? Okay.
So then the Beast turns around and then he spears Bruce Willis and picks him up and charges towards the water tank and throws him in the water tank.
Oh yeah.
And so Bruce Willis, with his high density, always sinks and he drowns and can't swim.
Didn't Mr. Glass tell him that? He goes, that 15,000 gallon tank is right there.
Yeah, he put him on that game.
And he's like,
water is his weakness.
He's like, oh shit, and the Beast freaks out and brings him, throws him in. Yeah. They start battling underwater. He's holding him.
They got an underwater battle.
Flashback.
How could the Beast still have like really leverage or like power?
They're already super strong.
They're not punching? Okay.
No, he's trying to choke him.
Oh, he's choking him.
And Bruce Willis is trying to punch the
wall out.
The tank open. Yeah. It's already cracking and shit.
He's trying to pull a landfill from Beer Fest. Yeah, it's not.
But he's got super strength, so it works.
And it's already cracking. As soon as they were in there, it started cracking.
One punch crack, like.
Yeah, and everywhere's like everywhere. It's like, what? Nice tank.
It took him 5 minutes to bend steel bar.
That's true. Yeah. So then it explodes. They come flying out. And then what happens?
There's water everywhere. And then
I would think so. 15,000 gallons just dump out into a lawn real quick. So then, how the fuck? The cops come.
And then I think the girl comes out and starts trying to suck Kevin Michael Crumb's dick or some shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Kevin Michael Crumb.
No, he's trying to make Kevin Michael Crumb. He's trying to get
building.
He's trying to get the Crumb.
He sees the building off in the distance.
Wait, that's his name, isn't it?
Kevin Wendell Crumb.
Oh,
Michael. He had a mic.
I bet.
She was trying to touch that mic.
Yeah.
So he sees that Bruce Willis is all fucked up. And then he turns around and he sees the building off in the distance where he's supposed to go. So he starts heading towards that building, and then the chick stops him.
Yeah.
She grabs his hand.
She grabs his hand.
The Beast is like,
as the Beast.
Let me go. It's
yeah.
You can't can't get away from the girl's grip. Like
he didn't want to because he liked her and he wanted her vagina.
He's like, come on.
And she wanted him for some reason.
And
you just saw him murder multiple people.
She didn't care.
She watched him eat her friends. He ate her friends' organs out of their body.
Oh yeah, she saw him eating her friends.
Yeah.
Literally.
And now you want to suck his mic?
She wants to fuck the Beast.
Oh my God.
She wants the Beast.
She wants to fuck the Beast.
So she's like talking to him all fucking tenderly, like rubbing his dick.
She's like, let me speak to Kevin. He's like, no. Kevin with the crumb.
Yeah. Then like she was like, yeah, like, you know the classic, if you say his name, he fucking comes out.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, exactly. So Beetlejuice comes out and they start talking. And then she's like, she's like talking to him all tenderly, then, oh my God, what do you know, they got a sniper? And
the
then
laser's on her,
Yeah, the laser comes out.
She turns around to look at the laser and she leaves him wide open and then he shoots him and he gets shot in the
So the Beast
stomach.
is impenetrable to bullets, but Kevin is not. So Kevin gets shot and he starts dying.
I kind of liked when they looked down, the blood coming out, that was pretty steep.
And then the cop's like, she turned him around perfectly.
Yeah, the guy with the nice tat, which will come to play later.
And then it zooms in on the sniper's wrist and has like a black clover. Like a 3-leaf clover.
And then
apparently that marker was all over the film.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really? Beforehand? We only noticed it.
Man, I can't wait to watch it again and find out.
I would like to go see it again.
Yeah. But
by yourself.
But yeah. So then, so then the girl has fucking McAvoy in her arms, and then he's dying for about 30 minutes and has to go through every single fucking personality.
And say goodbye.
It's so fucking long.
And then he gets the one, he's like, they're all scared. After he goes through all of them, then
yeah.
goes to, like...
It's like, yeah, no shit, you're fucking dying.
Yeah, all of them are like, oh, fuck, we're all dying now.
And he's like, I'm gonna hold the light.
And he should be like, they should have talked to the Beast. They're like, yo, you're a piece of shit. Your only job is to protect Kevin, and you didn't do that, you fucking piece of shit.
Like, it was just so fucking retarded.
What, a girl comes around with a fucking vagine, and all of a sudden now you can't just protect him anymore?
I don't get why she wanted him so bad. She was in this movie for no fucking reason, I feel like.
None.
I feel like if she wasn't in this at all, nothing would change.
You have to go talk to him. You have to go talk to him. Remember the one point, like, they couldn't do nothing else to stop him because the lights won't work outside. Yeah. Remember, she's like, the lights won't work outside.
Yeah.
You have to stop him. Why does a girl who escaped him, like, before, like, now this girl has to just come in?
Wait, but, like, they caught him once without her. Remember when they first caught Kevin Michael fucking Crom? Like, it was him, Kevin fucking whatever. When it was him and Bruce Willis, it was daytime, right? Yeah. Or night, but they got him in. What the fuck did they need that stupid bitch for? Just to suck his tiny? I don't know.
Just to make that whole scene of the dying scene.
Yo, you think that, what if she was sucking his tiny, but then Patricia came in? And she's like, what the fuck, I got a time?
Oh my god, ew.
Or it was Hoodwink, or Hedwig.
He's like, ew!
What are you doing?
I'm calling the cops!
You talked to my pee-pee!
What if it was Jade?
I'm 9! She's like, oh, wait.
What if it was Hedwig?
Yeah,
that's what just...
Yeah, that's...
Are you fucking until we were just sitting there?
I said Patricia!
Oh my god. Leave.
Etc.
Yeah.
He only said etc. like twice in this movie. I was upset.
But it was nice.
It was pretty funny.
It was appreciated.
And then, okay, so yeah, so thank God he's dead. And then, what happens after that?
Sam Jackson's dying.
You think that took him fucking long enough? Yeah, he's got tough
He's
timing
the worst
too.
one.
Then what happens? Eddie Murphy in his suit comes in.
Yeah.
Comes over and they start talking,
and
right?
the fucking SWAT team just drowned Bruce Willis in a fucking pothole.
Yeah, I know, that was insane.
It's like, what? His son was just there chilling.
Where was his son at that time?
They show him, like, they're pushing him away, like, the cops are pushing, like, his son, and then all of a sudden, like, they drown him. Like, they showed that pothole when all the water ran out of the tank. They zoomed in on the pothole, and it's just pothole full of water. I'm like, he's gonna get drowned in this at one point.
Yeah, they saw it.
Yeah, they zoomed in.
But what I don't get is,
like, it shows the SWAT guys, and they're all drowning them, and it's like, of course, their sleeves perfectly, just enough where their wrist is showing.
Put your secret tattoo in a less conspicuous
on your
place.
wrist. Everybody has on the wrist.
What if you go to a party and you're like, what the fuck does everybody have a goddamn tattoo on their fucking arm? Like,
every store they go to, they're sitting at a cafe, and everyone has it except two people, and they walk out, and then it's like...
Little on the... Yeah, it's like,
everybody's
Jesus.
Remember the whole thing? Like, all the people
oh my god, we haven't talked
instantly.
about that yet. That was so stupid. But hold on, I gotta comment on this puddle thing, though. But, like, I get when he's too heavy, so he's in water, he sinks, he can't swim. Yeah. But... the only thing that was underwater was his fucking face. They're holding him down. He's got super strength. Just fucking stand up.
No, just when the water itself just negates it.
What?
Yeah. It's a psychological thing.
As soon as he's, like, face underwater, he starts, like, panicking.
Alright, that sucked anyway.
But, yeah. So then it shows, like, people with all their little wrist tats, little clovers.
Yeah, nice.
Then it cuts to them, like, in, like, a cafe or a bar, and then, like...
it's all loud.
It's all loud. Everybody's like, oh, yeah. Everybody's having a great time in a bar, fucking talking, and it's always...
Whoa, it's not a club. Like, it's like a restaurant. Okay.
No,
it's a restaurant, but, like, it's loud.
Yeah, it's popping.
Yeah, like, these people are, like, fist pumping.
No, but it's a normal, yeah.
Yeah, so they're all loud at a fucking bar restaurant, and then, it's always two people, like a couple. A couple gets up from the table, they walk out, and as soon as the door shuts, it goes dead silent.
Everybody just stops singing, and they just look out like it's just so fucking stupid.
And then somebody stands up, he goes, now that we're alone.
How long were they doing that for?
And you couldn't just go somewhere where there's no
what was everybody talking about the whole time?
Why would you go to a public place like that? Why don't you just sit in a place where nobody's at and you know nobody's going to be there because they can't get into where you're at?
That was like the stupidest decision.
And it's like, what if you were like this?
That's why they meet every week. Every Sunday they meet like that at a cafe and do the same thing.
What if we told you, okay, we got a meeting, but you got to open your schedule up from 12 o'clock to 8 p.m. because we don't know when it's going to be completely empty. So it's like, we're going to go here, we're going to eat for as long as it takes until people to leave so it's empty.
Or you can just go to a secret hideout.
Yeah, like how long were those people there for?
I mean, I think all those people's lives probably revolve around what they're trying to do.
I bet you they have other meetings to go to.
Spend the whole night there.
Were they spending money? Were they drinking bottles of wine like for hours waiting for everybody to leave?
Dude, it's like a super elite club. Yeah.
Email!
They haven't. I send a memo out. Like, what the fuck?
Meet somewhere and not.
Like, was everybody?
Restaurant.
But like, in the middle of their convo, they just stopped talking. Like, were they having fake conversations, or like, did they just like, oh my god, I got to. Like in this middle conversation just stopped.
Good, thank God we're alone now. So we're gonna murder these people real quick. By the way,
stupid. So yeah, then what happens? She starts talking. The psychiatrist starts talking.
The best place to do something like that would be at a gym, right?
What? No.
Yeah.
Why would that be the best place?
Because it's like a place that you always go to, and you know you just have like a little underground layer.
Let's move on.
That was like what 40 people standing in a gym on treadmills. Like
40 random people.
I'm confused.
All right.
So,
yeah.
Then it cuts back. It's the psychiatrist talking to Bruce Willis, and she's like, "Did you believe anything did you actually start believing me that like I was right and this and that?" And then he ends up dying. They drowned him, obviously.
Yeah.
Then, fuck's a cutscene.
Glass is dying with his fake mom.
Yeah, he dies.
Oh yeah, Glass is dying. Yeah,
but he says something.
Prosthetic mom.
He says some shit.
Something stupid.
He says something to hint that.
He's like, "Mom, this isn't the limited edition.
Yeah.
This is an origin story."
He starts spitting out blood.
And I guess it's an origin story for the son or some shit.
No, for all superheroes or all people with abilities.
Like that.
So what happens essentially is, like the sun's all weak.
Oh, just to know that it's true.
Yeah. So the twist here is that he did the whole camera thing on purpose, like showing up in the basement.
Tell how the psychiatrist finds out though.
She goes to a comic book store.
She goes to a comic book store.
She's looking at.
And she's just looking at a bunch of shit with no particular purpose whatsoever known to the audience.
This movie should be over by now. We kept being like, why is this not over?
Yeah,
everybody's dead.
Everybody's done.
I'm still enjoying it at this point.
What?
She's scoping around, and there's two people in the background looking at
fat
comics.
losers.
And one of them mentions the mastermind, one of the comic book characters. He's like, no matter what, nothing is what it seems. There's always a master plan. And a spark goes off in her fucking head. She's like, "Oh,
cameras!
God.
The cameras!
She tells
all
her
cameras
in the building.
Like, what made her think that? Like, oh my God, the cameras!
So
like,
she
what?
goes back to the institute and starts talking to the security guy, and she's like, "Hey, can you tell me what the last?"
They deleted everything.
As
soon as they killed everybody, they got rid of the bodies.
Yeah, they deleted.
And you see like one by one each camera getting deleted.
Because they also don't want anyone to find out.
Exactly.
That's why she was so like.
She told the
on
people,
it that
whatever happened,
happened
these
right there.
patients were sick. Like, don't say anything.
Yeah, it stays here.
Yeah.
So
then, so the
if
guy
not, we'll have to kill you all.
Yeah, so the guy tells like,
but where did all those employees come from?
Which ones?
There's like fucking 50 of them. At the end, she's like, "Oh, whatever happened here, like these people were sick, like don't talk about it, like respect the."
And then
there's like 20
kind of release
There's like 20
form?
20 employees there.
Maybe each
the guys,
each
the
one of
bartenders
those
and
ladies.
shit like that.
No, like they're at the hospital. It's like all the
Oh,
nurses.
like at the secret meeting, like that, because the bartenders had a tat.
Where were these employees when all this shit was going down? There's one guy in there, but you have 30 people like, "Hey, keep this a secret."
He's like, what?
What about
Maybe
the guy?
they had their own patients. And these two were on rotation for these three
Daryl
patients.
gets fucking 3 of the
two of the
craziest
other ones on
psychopaths in the
rotation for
world.
other patients.
No, there wasn't any
You don't
other
know
patients.
that.
There was no other patients.
You don't know that.
I
hospital
do
was
know
empty.
that.
No, you don't.
You don't think
Yes.
when cops
It
and
was a
shit started
huge
coming up,
building.
people wouldn't have came? Like, there wouldn't have been people walking around?
Yeah.
Where were those ladies walking to that were in the basement? They obviously work somewhere in the hospital.
I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt.
They
I
are
know,
a
I know,
shitty
I
hospital
appreciate it.
that was secret. So
what happens next?
So after that, she goes back to the security room and asks the guy,
if it's been downloaded or
has
something.
anything been downloaded of recent? Can you check the history? He's like, sure. He checks the history. He's like, wait, how did this happen? The cameras are on a live feed to a very specific website. Private website. All of the footage.
It's Mr. Glass.
And Mr. Glass had pre-recorded something.
What he was coding.
He did this whole program inserting.
You seriously having a stroke?
I am.
I
need more beer. That's what it is.
Me too.
Video images of the video of James McAvoy flipping the cop car, and they're fighting and literally just shaking the shit out of the van and all and whatnot. And
Thank you.
Hold on.
pretty much showing off what they can really fucking do.
Yeah, like everything, the entire movie.
This beautiful fucking movie just already written out pre-death and sent it out immediately, and now it's out in the internet and everybody's fucking finding out. But for some weird fucking reason,
the kids
like it's released. She's pissed off. You see her in the camera, like all freaking out and shit.
She walks in the hallway. She's like,
she screams.
And then it cuts to Joseph, the son, Bug-Eye Girl, and Eddie Murphy. sitting at a train station, and they start.
Yeah. Why do they go to the fucking?
They start holding hands. They're like, wait for it. Like, just sing to some shit. Like they're like, okay, when the clock strikes 12, that's when the video will release.
Everybody starts looking like, oh, you see this?
And everybody's watching the whole footage, and they're just like holding hands.
You
like,
people are gonna sit there and watch? You really think that people are watching and watch these superhero weird people? Like, what the fuck's going on? And then they get murdered. Yeah. And someone gets shot. One guy gets drowned in a fucking puddle by cops. And you're like, the fuck is this sketchy shit? Like,
and then you're gonna click on a fucking cat video. Yeah. And it's like, because they were looking at all the people's videos, like looking at them, they're looking around, then you'd see them just like click on it. And then they're crying, and then in 2 seconds later, no one's gonna say shit about it. Then you're just sitting at a train station like fucking losers.
Yeah. Nobody else turned around and looked around like, is everybody else getting this crazy shit?
Yeah, they were like, what the
fuck? No, it popped up on CNN.
More.
It popped up on CNN.
Yeah, and it ends up on
and then
like
people
that.
like them are gonna see it, and then that's the revolution.
Like, I get it.
Yeah.
But why do they go? I get it.
Now
why
I can show everybody that can burn buildings.
But why would you go to a train station?
Because it's a commute place. I mean, why? There's people from all over going different places.
Just to see it
I guess.
Different places.
That's true.
It's like going to an airport.
I'll give them that.
It's even better, but...
Yeah.
You know, they could also sit in their house and just look at the view count at the bottom of the video.
Yeah.
No, that's
stupid. They want to go actually sit
there. The dramatic effect of people
They want to see other people watching like their relatives like.
So say that were to happen right now, would you go to the fucking train station and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna wait for people to look at the video"?
We don't have a big train station like that here. I go to the airport probably.
No, because things are so viral nowadays that you know it's gonna get.
Nowadays, the movie just came out.
Yeah,
I know, but what I don't know, like it seemed. Well,
they just want to see other people like watching this and like, oh my god, look at these people like doing good and like people are killing them.
Craziness and it's like
they wanted to see they're like, well, the two of them are relatives, the other girls is just
and then this
a hostage who wants to suck his pus, and now she's part of the group. It's like two family members, and then this
you
girl.
wanted to fuck the guy, so you're in.
It's like, oh, you gotta wait for him. Now you want to suck his pus, so now you like love him. It's like what?
Because then we get when we get the flashback for each individual one for the girl, the son, and then Eddie Murphy and the clumps, and then we get fucking one movie.
He's talking to animals. He's talking to like his pet bear, like a tiger.
It shows like Hercules.
Dr. Doolittle and shit.
It's like fuck. So then, thank God they're crying, and then the movie's over, right? Still no?
Yeah,
no, it doesn't end right there.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Did it?
Yeah. That's
it. Because the restaurant stuff happened first, where she's explaining.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we are the reason. Like, we keep the balance, and then it goes to that.
So Eddie Murphy becomes Yoda.
Yeah. What?
Like the founder, kind of the head, kind of branch. She feels like the head branch of the superhero people.
Oh, okay.
I guess the distribution.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so let's get this. Okay, so the movie's fucking over.
Cut that part out.
Yeah. So all right, let's go around and give, I guess, last thoughts, I guess, and ratings. And Poe, you don't.
I dropped it down to it too.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. Any last thoughts?
No.
It's like tiny.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the fucking thing to end.
Yeah.
We literally were standing up waiting for the credits to start, and we immediately walked out.
Oh my god.
Marisol, what did you give it?
I stand with my decision from yesterday or whatever. I said an 8.
Oh my god! An 8?
I liked it. I thought it was dark. I thought the ending was nice. I'm glad they didn't go to this building and do some sort of Fantastic Four City, New York, Times Square fight off. I'm glad it was, they all died. I like the way it happened. Yeah, maybe it was long. Some parts were exaggerated, a little dramatic, but I enjoyed it and I like the kind of turn it took.
What do you, hold on, first tell me about when McAvoy died and he went through all the 10 personalities. That wasn't too long for you?
43.
Yeah.
I mean, it was long, yeah, but I mean, I guess, like I said, they were really trying to be like dramatic, like, that it was, he's not just thinking this in his head. I guess it's all these personalities that are actually dying.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wasn't like, oh my god, like,
it
didn't hit me emotionally or anything,
Yeah, I guess Bobby.
Yeah, so I was a 7 before we went.
Yeah.
Now it's like a 3 now.
3?
Yeah, it took forever for nothing. Like, it was
bad.
Drug on a bunch of shit that didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
The actors did a great job.
I think I'm going to change mine
just the script
to like a 3.5.
Whoa. Why?
Because of the acting.
The acting was good.
That's the only reason I'm giving it a 2.
Great actors in it. They can act like they did good with their characters, but just the script and the whole.
I think maybe the edit, like the cut, was terrible.
The way
it was
the
too
movie
long,
was made.
and like some scenes could have been shorter.
Like the actors did a good job. Just the director, fucking Shyamalan ding dong over here, sucked ass.
Shyamalan, go good night.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put you good night, motherfucker. You can't fight or act. All right, so all right, this movie's over. Thank fucking Christ, it was so goddamn bad. Two.
But you didn't like.
Yeah, I mean, it summed it up. It was terrible.
What he's doing right
that's
now.
what I was doing. Yeah, fuck. But yeah, so I guess that's it. So we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Yeah. It was really bad.
Trash.
I fell asleep. I haven't fell asleep in a movie in a long time.
I've never fell asleep in a movie, and I slept like 4 times in this movie.
Yeah, holy shit.
Jesus
But
Christ.
all right, we're fucking out of here. This is a nice ass fucking movie. If you're still listening to this, you can't fight.
Yeah.
I'm the only person that can fight here.
Yeah, it's a funny attitude.
But yo, Marisol, good looks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't even
Marisol.
speak apparently.
Yeah,
You're
this is awesome.
I'm down. So all right, yo,
I'm down.
nice. So we're out of here.
Peace.
Bye.
Can't fight.
I can fight. You can't.